Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch on this 01.12.2024. Current time is 0601 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch. Get my day started here with a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD. We do have the morning coffee, yes. The Friday morning coffee, 01.12.2012, no, 2012, I wish, 2024 Twitch broadcast there. And the coffee is tasting mighty fine this morning, folks. We're getting our day started here. Good morning, Thamer. No Death Wish. We finished the Death Wish. We got a bag of Death Wish for Christmas. It's gone. It's back to the regular stuff. You can taste it a little bit. But the missus had some coffee there. I couldn't tell the difference and stuff like that. So I guess, I don't know. But the coffee tastes good anyway. The missus makes it, and she makes it perfecto. Black, straight, nothing in it. I did put some honey in it. There is some honey on the counter, so I do take a tablespoon of honey and I put it in. I didn't do it this morning. Yesterday morning for the audio podcast over there on Spotify I did. But on these fine social media networks, for the people watching on the replay on YouTube and Rumble, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Also the replay views here on Twitch. For Twitch, just look down below for where I'm at in the on these fine social media networks, as well as over there on YouTube and Rumble. There's some links there, but basically you can find me over there on X/Twitter at Fireman Rich, Truth Social at Fireman Rich, Blue Skies at Fireman Rich, and Instagram Threads at Fireman Rich. Those are all the Twitter-like platforms. And then on the public Facebook, it's The Real Fireman Rich, as far as that goes. And then, like I said, the folks, if you're watching, I'm over on Rumble. I repurpose these broadcasts over on Rumble. There's Rumble. And then on the YouTube page is at Richard M. Roberts. There we go. And let's see. I keep it black, but I have mini cupcakes with... Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, that's something. That's cool. That's good. As far as that goes there, Thamer. Thamer coming in for those folks watching on the replay. Thamer is in the chat. We have an active chat here. I expect some other individuals to be coming in. Thamer's coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And we greatly appreciate that, Thamer, as far as that goes. You give us a perspective. I've never been to... my feet have not... Well, I should say back in the day, my combat boots never hit the sand, so to speak. That's the saying we had in the military. You're going to go off and play into the sandbox because there's a lot of sand over there. But like I said the other day, we hear more, and I'm glad to have Thamer here because he paints a picture of what's going on there in Riyadh and stuff like that. He also is interested in New York, so I like that too. Thank you, Thamer. Good thumbs up there, my friend. So we're getting started here. It looks like I will be taking a walk by myself again today because the missus is busy with a meeting and stuff like that. She did the grocery shopping yesterday, so she got her walking and then. So I'm going to be going solo again on the morning walk. The morning walks have been pretty decent weather-wise. Was it currently right now? It's 36 degrees Fahrenheit up on the wall thermometer for outside, the digital thermometer that the sensors out there in the front north facing part of the house, but 36 degrees Fahrenheit, which is equates to 2.2 degrees Celsius on the Celsius scale. And it wasn't too bad yesterday, a little cloudy and stuff, but we're in the 30s. The day before that, we were up about 41, but we might be okay. Here we go. Cloudy skies, high of 41 today again. Winds east out out of the east-southeast, 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's good. Okay. So 41 degrees. That's pleasant. Hey, Helen. Good morning, Helen. Leggy Lady 01 coming in from Edinburgh, Scotland. Another place as far as on this big blue marble here, or small blue marble, I guess. It's a small world, I guess. I don't know. It's how you look at it. But we have clear skies, 41, so it should be pretty neat as far as today's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and we made it to the weekend once again. And this has been sort of a wonky week there. I don't know, just, even this morning I started at 6 and stuff like that. I don't know if that's going to be my new time. It used to be 5:30 to 5:45. Now it looks like it's either 5:45 to 6 as far as that. No, the snow, the 5 inches of snow that we had out there, Thamer, all melted. It's gone. No snow. Let's see, for the 10-day forecast, let's see, let me check there. So far we've had one really big snowstorm. Anything more than an inch or 2 inches is a big snowstorm. 0 degrees Celsius there in Edinburgh, Scotland. Okay, Helen, thank you. Our next storm comes in, and it looks like it's rain. We don't have any projected snow until Tuesday. They're saying 3.6. We'll see. Temperature wise, temperatures are dropping. Today will be 41, 43 tomorrow. Weekend, Sunday, it drops to 27. We're in the 20s all next week. So we should be getting about maybe 3 to 4 inches of snow next week and stuff, which really is not that much now with the snow removal capabilities that we have and stuff. Schools are delayed and stuff like that, but for right now, we got rain in the forecast starting at about 7 a.m. tonight, thereabouts or something like that. So it's been a mild winter, which I like. It's great to have. We don't have those once in a great while and stuff. I think it's been at least 4 years. Helen says, I'm just going to listen to you in the background. I'm going to put, didn't sleep at all last. Get some sleep, Helen. You late nighters. I don't know how. I stayed up late last night. I stayed up to 12 o'clock. I was watching a couple basketball games. I'm trying to get myself into the basketball swing again. So I saw Shaq and company there. Who's the guy that used to play for Philly there? I can't think of his name right now. I'm still waking up here. But okay, Helen, I'll be in the background. I'll just drown you to sleep. I'll just be that zzz, that noise there that just subtly puts you to sleep. So get some sleep, Helen. You need to sleep. If you feel your body's telling you to sleep, go to sleep and stuff. Keep me in the background. That's fine. I appreciate you being here, Helen, too. All night. That's. Let's see. Thamer says, yeah, this winter is kind of warm. Okay. Yeah. It's a mild winter. Yes. You're my tones. Oh, Helen always knows how to push my laugh button there. Yeah, I am sort of okay, but get some sleep, Helen. Really, seriously, you need to sleep and stuff like that. You got to function. You can't function without sleep. Your body's saying rest. Go get some rest. Let's see. The sun is going to be rising this morning at 7:33 a.m. and we gained a minute. It was 7:34 yesterday, so that's an extra minute. 7:33, which is another hour and 23 minutes. Hour and 23 minutes. Sun will rise at 7:33, and sun will be setting at 4:55 p.m. We got an ad break. Oh, we're in an ad break right now. Okay, 4:55 p.m. Tony D, salute to you, sir. Salute, hashtag up. PSTTD, and good morning to the missus from Tony.
Good morning, Tony.
And everybody else. That seems to be the morning ritual here and stuff like that. Let's see our world times and temperatures as I speak, and I got the podcast started done yesterday. I was late for the podcast. I started like 5 times. I was having the issue was the sound. The problem was I couldn't get connected to the sound, and I got on that. There's a difference between issue and problems and stuff like that. Maybe I'll talk about that again. I think it's funny as far as it's the words that matter. Let's see. No ads here. Okay, yeah. Okay, Tony. Thank you. You subscribed anyway. He's my top subscriber. Ad break ends at 21. I'm just seeing the little countdown and stuff like that. Is there ads up there? Yeah, there's ads. That's how I can tell there's ads. There's ads going on there on the big screen. Let's see. World times and temperatures in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:11 a.m. It's cloudy with some clear skies. 63 degrees Fahrenheit currently. In Phoenix, Arizona, out in Phoenix. That's where my sister lives. Phoenix at 4:12 a.m. Clear skies, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, 5:12 a.m. 34 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's something new. I've never seen this character. It has a snowflake. They've got snow showers. It's snowing in Chicago. In New York City, the jungle at 6:12 a.m. Clear skies in New York City, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. And down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where's Tony's? 39 degrees Fahrenheit currently. High is 65, low of 38. Mostly cloudy down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. We already said in Edinburgh, Helen said that it was across the pond in Scotland. It's 0 degrees Celsius. That's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I know that one. 0 to 32. I know that one. Let's see. In Cork, Ireland at 11:13 a.m. Cork, Ireland, it's cloudy skies. 37 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy, at 12:13 p.m. Sunny skies. 43 degrees Fahrenheit. In Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, that's where Thammer is from, at 2:13 p.m. It's 81 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny skies in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In Kuala Lumpur at 7:13 p.m. We got sunny and clear there at Kuala Lumpur, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan at 8:13 p.m. in the evening, clear skies, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And down there in Australia, Melbourne, Australia at 10:14 p.m., clear skies, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia at 10:14 p.m., cloudy skies with some clear skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. And they got summertime going. It's summer down there in Australia. So, and the heater just kicked in. That's still maintaining at 36. Let's see, Helen, I thought you said you were going to bed. Oh, she said hello to Tony. Tony said hello to Thammer, and Helen and Thammer saying hello to Tony. So I'm glad to have you guys here, spending a little bit of your time with me, this knucklehead. Who gets on his soapbox every once in a while. But I like doing it. Twitch is great. Twitch is... nothing beats Twitch. You know, as much as our good friend Michael Bathurst talks about... Restream is good. Don't get me wrong. I like Restream. It's good. But I'll take this over Restream right now because I can do things more on... Restream is great. I like using it and stuff like that, but my routine here is on Twitch. And you know, especially when you got the capability of this, I'm finding out some more things about this this newer PC. It's coming up on a year old. It'll be in April, I guess, April. And but tomorrow I'll be retired 9 months. I've been retired 9 months. I keep on thinking I do the monthly bit now and stuff like that. But it was 9 months ago that I got, well, maybe about 8 months I got this computer, and it's been. I like it. It's fantastic. I still use the old computer as far as that goes, and even the disk drive from the old computer that bellied out in the disk drive reader as far as that goes. But Twitch is by far phenomenal. There's so much good content here and everybody's got this misconception it's all about gaming. Yeah, okay, good portion of it, but it's a great broadcasting platform, especially when the internet's cooperating. Thank you very much. just got to give kudos to Twitch and thank you very much. I don't have any association with Twitch other than I am an affiliate, and I guess they throw me a few pennies, I guess, and you all folks watch the commercials. I thank you very much. I got to throw out those acclimates because it really makes me very thankful as far as that, and it's been a part of my retirement that I really, really enjoy. I got talking yesterday before we go into the thought for the day. I had to because taxes coming up, and the missus she ended up getting our tax some W-2 forms from my military retirement, Social Security, and all that. And she asked me, well, what about your the day job there? You worked 4 months last year, and I think, oh shoot, that's right. I got to find out. So it gave me an opportunity to call up my old supervisor. I think the last time I talked to him was probably almost 3-4 months ago, when they gave me a call and say, hey, we're all meeting down at MJ's for a drink and stuff. Hey, I'll be there. I got first round. And but I was talking to my supervisor, my ex-supervisor, and a great guy. Oh, a great guy. When he first started, he started out in the bottom. He just started just a regular. He just came on board, and as far as that goes, and but he ended up going up to good guy. I mean, he couldn't have a better supervisor. Very organized and very. So I got talking to him, and first thing I go on the phone, I say, "Yeah, hi, this is Rich Roberts. First of all, I'm not calling to ask for a job back." He loved that. But I asked, he didn't answer his phone right away, his cell phone, so I left a message, and I made sure I said that right out of the gate. Because, and when he called back like 10 minutes later. I was making a sandwich for lunch, and he calls back, and I say, hey, and he says, he said he was just busting a gut because, when I was saying that, because he said I sound so happy and relaxed, and I go to him, I said, yes, I am. I very much am. I'm very content. The missus is content as far as that goes. So it's so and he was asking how things going. They're going great. No, we've had some issues with the house here. We had to do some servicing and stuff like that. That was in a little bit of expense, but overall we're doing fantastic. We couldn't be the only way we could be doing better if we won the Mega Millions or something like that. It's just like I'm at the pinnacle where and so I'm enjoying it. And I asked how things are there were going great. There's one individual that was a little bit of a hard ass, I guess, and stuff like that. They ended up putting him on days, and this guy is working out fantastic, and I think that's great. So, and the position I had, you had to be a team player. You had to work with the team. You had to work, even though you may have differences and different opinions and stuff like that. When the tire hit the pavement and stuff like that to get the job done, you had to do, and so I worked with a great bunch of people, and and that and that's what I like about being here. I associate with a great bunch of people that came out of HAPS. I don't think it was okay. I don't think it was ever really that good. It was good, but not really that good. It could have been. It could have gone good to great, but it didn't. There was an agenda there that we finally found out when they went to portrait, which I can understand it. Okay, you got to put it for TikTok and all this and stuff like that. But the takeaway, and I'll always say this about HAPS, and it's the same thing with Blab. It's the people that you still associate with, and so all those people that are in the audience or in the chat, they're great people that I met, and that's one of the great things about this communication tool of live streaming and even doing the audio bit. You get feedback on your social media feeds and stuff like that. So that's always good. Okay, let's see. The thought for the day comes from someone that's no stranger here, and that's Ralph Emerson. What's it? Waldo? Is that say? Well, Ralph Waldo Emerson, I should say. Where is Ralph's bio here? He is an American essayist. Sorry, Jack. He doesn't like the coughing. It hurts his ears. Ralph Waldo Emerson, who went by the name of Waldo, was an American essayist, lecturer, philosopher, and abolitionist, and poet, and led the Transcendental movement in the mid 19th century. Born in Boston, Mass, and passed away in Concord, Mass, where I used to run around Concord, Lexington, Lincoln, and Bedford. Those four communities are all within each other. I used to do a lot of running up there when I was stationed at Hanscom Field, which part of Hanscom Field is on Concord. A great guy, great American essayist, and poet too. I know him as a poet. Let's see. His quote in our thought for today goes, "All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better." So my takeaway from that, we're always evolving, okay? Because each day can be an experiment, and we try and make the best of it as far as that goes. We try. That's why I'm always saying start out positive, hashtag positive start to today, hashtag PSTTD. Start off on a positive foot as far as soon as that first foot comes out and hits the floor of the bedroom, you say, I'm starting off on a positive note. You don't bring the baggage from the day before or the week before or whatever. You may have issues. No, they're not issues. You may have problems that you may have to take care of. And there's a difference. You don't have issues. You have problems or challenges to take care of. The issues is a subject. And this is what I was talking about yesterday on my audio podcast. I was listening to a couple podcasts on that podcasting catching app, Fountain, for podcasters. It's a great. They're giving triple Satoshis for listening. You get Satoshis. It's a form of Bitcoin. So they got that going. I posted over there on my social media feeds. I think it was just Twitter, though. I think it was just Twitter, at Fireman Rich there. Fountain's a great place. And I think the new year was a little wonky. I think they were retooling it and stuff like that, but it works great now. So you get these Satoshis. You don't get a lot, and every day you don't get them, but it depends. You go in there, and over a course of a period, I think I was able to get, like, in 6 months, something like 30. No, actually more than that. 50. I got $30 now, so I ended up getting like $55 within a 5 to 6 month span, and that's just listen to podcasts. You don't think about it; you just listen to podcasts and stuff like that. So from this podcast, and I'm not going to mention the podcast, but the individual said that words matter, and words do matter. You know, people say, "Oh, we have issues." Issues. This is my opinion now. And you can say I'm getting technical and I'm getting, I got my head up my ass or something like that. Well, I'm just saying it like it is. Issues are the subject. They're not the problem. Issues are the subjects. You could say, okay, I have an issue. You know, I think the most common place for that is, I have an issue. The missus has an issue with me. Okay. I'm not the problem. What is the problem? I'm the subject, but what's the problem that relates to the subject? That's the issue. The problem is you didn't take out the garbage like I told you. Okay, I'll go over there, get the bag up, put a new bag in, take the garbage. Problem solved. Okay, the problem is solved. Okay, and I'm still an issue with her because I am a subject. So I hope you feel I'm good. I'm not trying to get too technical, but when this was first presented in this podcast I was listening to, it hit me like a brick in the face. It's like, wow, that's... You say they're similar, but they're not similar. An issue is a subject. And look up the definition. I did look up the definition. So it is a... I did fact check this. You could say, some people say, well, it still pertains to the problem. No, issues are the subject. Problems are the situation. An issue is not a situation; it's a subject. Okay, so I'm just fascinated with that set of words and stuff. So because words do matter, I guess, and that's why I like presenting the thought for the day, because those words matter from these people, because these people are no longer with us. Ralph Waldo Emerson passed away a long time ago, but we're reading his comment now because why? It matters to me. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. Cut and dry. We're always evolving. So, and hopefully we start off the day as off on a good foot and we evolve. But if we don't, hopefully it's a good day up to that point where it craps out on you, and that goodness can buffer that badness. So it's how you handle it. You got to stay on an even keel. Okay, like I said. I guess I could say it now. It's easier, and I can understand. It's hard for some people to be able to do, because I'm in a situation. I'm retired now. I don't have any real worries and stuff. Things are settled and stuff like that. I got minor burps that come up and problems or challenges, as you would say. They're not issues though. They're problems or challenges. So you got to define those two items distinctively, I guess, and I'm trying to do that and stuff. And I just find it very interesting. I should go back to school and become an English major, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just flapping at the gaps here, folks, and stuff. But just a perspective I thought was very, very interesting. So thank you, Ralph Waldo Emerson. We have him on a lot, stuff like that. I like him. He's one of my favorites, I guess. Let's see, our National Day. Yesterday, for those folks that didn't know, yesterday was National Milk Day. I have milk in my cereal. I don't drink a lot of milk. Let's see what we have for today. Let's see, what do we have here? Kiss a Ginger Day? That's a redhead person that has red hair, right? Kiss a Ginger Day. Oh, this person's holding some ginger. Let's see, Helen. Words do matter. That's what I always say. You should never tell someone you love them unless you mean it. And many people throw that. Yeah, that could be another example there too. But it depends on the character of the person, Helen. That's the way I look at it, because I know that term can be used a lot. So it's the same as what I'm saying with issues and problems. Define what you're saying exactly. Like, don't say, "Oh, I have issues with this person's," and it's not. It sounds like there's a problem and stuff. No, call it issue. Is the subject. You say it right out. I have a effing problem with you, and this is what we need to deal with it. And hopefully you can deal with it off the side and clear it out. Airing that stuff out in public, Helen, I don't really care for that type. That's just my own thing. I know sometimes you have to let it out, and there's sometimes I let it out too, and I have done in the past and stuff. Always say what you mean and mean what you say. Exactly. But there's a time and place also, Helen. Okay? That's just my take. I know you may disagree with that. So you try and take care of things at the lowest level, and I've done that throughout my life, because that's how we worked in the military. You try and take care of problems. They're not issues; they're problems or challenges at the lowest level, and you simplify it to get it done. As far as that goes, Stammer says lots of laughs. I don't know what you're laughing at there. Oh, you're laughing at me? Probably laughing at my take on it and stuff like that. But no, I totally agree with you, Helen. Words do matter, and that is another good example that people throw that word out. Oh, I love you, I love you. It's like, I don't know you that well, so why are you throwing that at me? Just say, oh, it's been nice meeting you and all that. That's more subtle. Love is a powerful word, and I think you'll agree with that, Helen. That we shouldn't be throwing it around haphazardly. So I think that's the point you're getting at, and I agree with that totally. And sometimes we just overlook that and stuff, the details. It's small details matter, just like words do matter. So diplomatic way of conflicting. Yeah, but sometimes, Stammer, on that being diplomatic, I throw the air quotes out there. I've been seeing a lot of the people in our U.S. government when they're asked a yes and no, and you'll understand what they're asked plainly. You either answer yes or no. They don't want to give that because that commits them. They want to dance around it, and we have more of that. I think you're more of a person right up front. You're saying who you are if you say yes or no, and stuff like that. Hey, good morning, Tina. Tina, how you doing? I think we're going to have you for about 30 minutes because Hal comes on, right? I'll keep a track. I don't see him on. He comes on at 7. I know it's Friday. Tina, our Jersey girl, coming in from here on the Twitch broadcast, and glad to have you. You got your coffee? I know if you don't have it, I know you're going to go get it. And she's saying hi to Helen. And what's that?
I said she's gonna need it.
She's going to need it?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, because she's only going to be here for 30 minutes. Then she goes over to see Hal.
Oh,
Hal
okay.
Massa, the missus. She says you're going to need it to keep you awake from my yapping. That's the missus. God.
I just,
Huh?
I just.
Yeah. Oh, God. Like, okay, okay, national days here. I'm a flat lever. Oh, okay. You're a flat lever. Okay. Let's see. Kiss a ginger. But this person has a piece of ginger, the actual root. Let's see. National Mazapan Day. I don't know what that is. What's Mazapan?
I think it's. I don't know. Maybe
It's like a
Jewish,
dough or
some kind of
something?
Jewish thing. I want to say it's a frosting, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not really sure. I think it's a Jewish treat of some kind.
Okay, and then we have National Pharmacists Day. Yeah, okay. They give us. We'll go with this day. National Curry Chicken Day. You make curry chicken, right?
I think curry chicken.
Yeah, she makes. The missus makes curry, so that's a good one. Mazapan is lovely. It's made from almonds. Oh, okay. That's why they got almonds in the. Okay, it's made from almonds. Helen says.
Okay, yeah. I knew it
Yeah, the missus is from here. I'm thinking, what the hell is that? I have no idea. But we're gonna go with the National Curry Chicken Day, and Tina says okay. Let's see. Each year on January 12th, curry chicken lovers enthusiastically celebrate National Curry Chicken Day. They fill their dishes with a variety of flavorful spices and serve them up to their friends and families. Hashtag Chicken Curry Day. And anything curry, I guess, comes out of the country of India. I guess that's where it originally comes from. I guess I like curry. I don't really. Once in a while, I'm not. I'm more of a cheeseburger guy. I got layers in there. I got the lettuce, I got the onions, tomato, the cheese, the hamburger, the main meat, and it's all packed into the bun. They say you're like an onion, you have layers. No, I'm a cheeseburger. I got different types of layers. Chicken curry and Thai curry too. Okay, Thai curry. Okay, they use the word curry in Thailand. Okay, not just India. Okay, thank you, Helen. That's good. Okay, that makes sense. Does that have anything to do with the British Empire, though? Do you think? You think that's related to the British Empire? Just those two specific areas? And Tony's saying hi to Tina. That does look good. This picture of this curry does look good. Because I know those particular two areas were were part of the British Empire at one time. And India just launched, or was it China? They just launched another rocket. Let's see, Chinese. Oh, even Chinese curry is much milder. There are lots of. Oh, okay. So it's, it's just. I guess here in the United States, when we hear curry, we automatically think of the country of India. I think and stuff like that. I keep on forgetting there's curry in China and Asia, and India's part of Asia. Curry is very popular in the. Yes, I take that too. Yeah, we just got a. I think it was up. Was that in Vestal, that new Indian restaurant? Okay, she can't hear me. We have a new Indian restaurant that I saw a commercial on the TV the other day. So, but I guess I'm more of a cheeseburger guy. You know, just a typical American, I guess. You know, give me a cheeseburger and I'm happy. So the audio podcast yesterday, I talked about a very fascinating subject here. Helen says to Tina, different kinds. Isn't curry hot? And curry is very popular. Oh, Tina asked the question, isn't curry hot? And Helen says, again, curry is very popular in the UK, and different kinds from Coma and Sag, Jaffers to, God, these pronunciations. That's probably why I can't pronounce this stuff. I'd be looking at the menu and go, I can't say what, I'll just point to it. I want that. And everything in between. So it's a different levels from mild to very spicy. Thanks, Helen. I'd rather have a cheeseburger. Tina's with me. She's a cheeseburger girl. Multiple layers, but different. Cheeseburger is working man's best food because you can eat it everywhere. Even yes, exactly. I ate more than my share of cheeseburgers. And Helen says I agree. Cheeseburgers all around. First round of cheeseburgers are on me, folks. That's a good one. Cheeseburger. On the audio podcast, they had here. Tina's just laughing. Okay. Where was this university? Northwestern University, they detected the most distant, oldest, and most energetic FRB ever recorded, dubbed FRB 20220610A Alpha. It originated from the universe, and this signal was 5 billion years old, and it finally reached here. We get these, and what an FBR is a fast radio burst. Astronomers, they get these. This particular one is unique because what they did is when they got it, they ended up taking the Hubble spacecraft, pointed in that direction, and there's a picture associated with the audio podcast I did yesterday. There's multiple very close together to where all these, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting like 6 universes that could fit right inside our Milky Way, and that it's close proximity. So they're saying that one, it's either the universes coming close together and eventually colliding to form one giant universe, or else there's communication going in between the universes, which would mean intelligent life. Those two theories. I find that very fascinating. It's sort of like the old E.T. phoning home type bit. So that was an interesting article I presented on yesterday's audio podcast, the Fireman Rich audio podcast over there on Spotify for podcasters. And the link is up over there on my social media feeds as far as that goes. I like reading these type of articles because it gives you the indication we are not alone. We are not alone. And then again, it could be the universes, when they're moving there. There's, we get FBRs from a black hole. There's a black hole in the center of our Milky Way universe that they've just discovered here in the last several years and stuff like that. There's fast radio waves that come out that's energy being generated. We're not alone. I believe that. Yeah, I do too. We've never been alone, Tina, if you think about it, right? Just saying. The man upstairs is always with us. You got the believers, non-believers, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what? But this is not to say the man upstairs is not intelligent, but we say, instead of saying aliens, intelligent life, which means they can think that we're supposed to be intelligent as far as that goes, as a human race. And we got an ad break. Oh, we're in the middle of an ad break? Oh, let's see. Let's see, we're right in the middle of an ad break. Okay, yep, there's the ad. Okay, we'll hang loose here for a minute. So that's fascinating. I had some problems with the audio podcast yesterday, though, just to wait for the commercial. For the life of me, I could not. I got up yesterday. It was running a little late. It was about 6:30. I tried 4 or 5 times starting, and it just wasn't working because the sound. Tried to set up the sound. I thought the issue was the sound. The problem with the sound was the connectors. I have to take the connectors from one set of inputs on the Behringer 802 to the main output to go into this doodad. This is an iRig 2, and this iRig 2 I can plug it into my LG Stylo 2 or Stylo 5 cell phone, Android track phone. I don't use it as a phone. I got this phone now. This is my new phone right here. This is it's an LG, or it's a Samsung A23. This is what I got for Christmas. But I'm still using the LG Stylo 5 with the Spotify for Podcasters app, and this way I can use the microphones. I use this microphone. I can plug in this I can plug in my with this this iRig. I can plug my Behringer 802 into my phone, and I could take the audio from there as far as from this microphone, because this is the microphone I like using for my podcasts. I don't use this one. I was almost going to use this one yesterday. This one has a little bit of a different sound. I like the sound of this one when I do audio on the podcast. And to make that happen, I have to have this little doodad. This is I love this thing. This thing's great. But I'm going to keep I'm keeping the audio, or the Spotify for Podcasters app, on the LG phone. I'm not going to. I decided this is going to be strictly my phone. I've got my main social media on here, but I'm not going to put anything else on. I'm going to use the phone as an extra Wi-Fi device I can utilize here at the desk, as far as that goes. So I guess Bug's getting in trouble here as far as that goes. So let's see. Are we done with the commercial? Yeah, we're done with the commercial. Okay, let's see here. Let's do some history here. Let's do some history. What happened on this day? Good news history. Very good one. And this relates to, I don't know if Helen plays these type of songs. Helen, you're going to have to let me know. Helen, who's in the audience, and I like doing this, so she knows I'm doing it, and it sort of makes me look like a good guy, right, Helen? That's just joking. Helen at Radio Leggy, she placed up her mixtapes broadcast last night, and that's every Thursday that she does that over there on 365radio.co. And but there's something in history dealing with music. But let's see, Thammer, you know there are some areas in the Amazon jungle not discovered, and people. Yes, I totally agree with that, Thammer. There's places in the oceans of this blue marble that we live on we don't know either. So I know what you're saying there. We're so focused on space. We should be, and I agree with you. It's just finding the technology, and then the jungles. There's some nasty creatures in that Amazon jungle. I mean, I just, it looks beautiful to the pictures, but when you're actually in a jungle, it's not a pretty place, folks. I saw, before going to the Philippines when I was in the service, I was stationed at Wallace Air Station. It was a radar site on northern point of Luzon on the South China Seaside, pumping Voice of America was there. They were pumping in the radio into China and stuff like that. But I saw all these pictures of the Philippines. Oh, it's nice, it's nice. You get there, it's the humidity there is the one thing I remember. The humidity there you could be right you could be inside the ocean, right there on the beach, and the humidity is horrendous. Humidity gets you every time. I figure, Thammer, where you're at, it's hot, okay, but it's a dry heat. That's a more tolerable heat as far as that goes. So I know what you're saying about the Amazon. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't. I don't even think I'd go down. I'd go in a rocket ship. I don't think I'd go in a submarine, or I wouldn't go out. I'd take the rocket ship. It seems like it's a lot safer than the other two. But they're all the three different areas that we're still exploring. You know, we don't know everything. We haven't seen everything. So good point there, Thammer. On this day, but mentioning Helen, she had mixtapes. This is music related. I don't know if you play this genre. Yes, dry, not like where. Yeah, exactly. 65 years ago, Barry Gordon founded what would now become Motown Records. This on this day, 65 years ago, Motown. Do you play any Motown, Helen? And you should be in bed. Just thinking of that. She said she was going to go to sleep. She's taking part. She can't resist. But we appreciate it, Helen. We do. We really appreciate it. But Motown Records was born 65 years ago today. Motown played an important role in the racial integration of popular music as the African American owned label that achieved crossover sections. In 1960, Motown and its subsidiary labels ruled the airways, and they did. They had some rock. They had some good music with the stylist soul music. I used to watch Soul Train on Saturdays. That came on after Dick Clark's American Bandstand. With a mainstream pop appeal, Motown was the most successful soul music label with a net worth of $61 million in the 1960 dollars of Motown, achieving 79 records in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 between 1960 and 1969, including the Supremes. I love the Supremes. Oh my God. First time I saw the Supremes on Ed Sullivan, I'm going, oh my God. They were gorgeous women too. Initially including Diana Ross, fabulous lady, fabulous. The Four Tops, Jackson 5, Stevie Wonder. I saw Stevie Wonder in concert when I was in the service. He did a USO tour when I was over in Japan. Or did we? We just listened to it. I think we could hear it from where. Okay, Marvin Gaye and the Miracles and a whole bunch more. And they got started in a little house in Detroit called Hitsville. Oh no, that's the Motown Museum now. But I think that's where it got started. Let's see. Helen says, I listen to Motown, but I don't play it on Helen's mixtapes. Okay. I'm in bed. Yes, my eyes are so puffy and I look like shit. Got jukebox jury tonight. Oh, that's right. Today's Friday. You got the jukebox jury. Okay, Thursday and Fridays. Okay. I do love looking like a. I do love looking. You don't look like a zombie. You look okay. You look good. Okay. Don't. Let's see. On this day, back in 1876, Jack London, the adventurer, worker, rights activist, and author of novels like The Call of the Wild and White Fang, was born in San Francisco in 1876. Rocky Mountain National Park was established by the U.S. Congress to protect 415 square miles of spectacular mountain peaks towering at 12,000 feet high in Colorado back in 1915. Mali votes for a new constitution, granting political freedom to parties back in 1972. And let's see, what else do we have here? 92 years ago today, Hattie Carway became the first woman elected to the United States Senate. The Democrat from Arkansas was the first female to serve a full term and the first woman to preside over the Senate. So she was the chairman of the Senate, I guess. That was back in 1932, just before World War II. Let's see. Also, 80 years ago today, Smokin' Joe Frazier was born. Happy birthday, Joe Frazier. A heavyweight boxer with enormous punching power and relentless pressure and stamina. At the time of his retirement, he held 32 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, a career which included becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion in 1970 and handing Muhammad Ali his first loss. Oh God, I remember the day after that happened. I was in grade school then, but you talked about that. Those were the two greats, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. I used to watch boxing. I like boxing, but I didn't really. It was after Boom Boom Mancini was in a fight with a Korean fighter, and Korean fighter basically, as a result of the boxing match, he was killed in the ring, and I stopped watching boxing after that. But 1971, but that first ever loss to Muhammad Ali was known as the fight of the century in 1971. Unreal. 82. You would have been 80 years. Okay. Hey, Tim Fan. Yo. Good morning. Tina saying good morning. How you doing? You just popped in yesterday, and I asked you how you're doing, and you just took off. You must have had a hot job going there and stuff like that. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you here. Just to reiterate what I said yesterday, you've been missing in action here, probably because you got the new fiance now, right? I think you're engaged to get married. So there's a lot that goes involved in that. So we're just glad to see that you're doing, you're here. So that's indicating that you're doing good and stuff like that, because you're taking some of your time. Sometimes I wonder why. Why are people looking at me? And there's Laura. Laura's here from Norway. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you. So good to see you guys. It's Friday. Everybody comes in on a Friday. Let's see. Here's a good one. 53 years ago today, the American television sitcom All in the Family debuted on CBS. I used to watch that every Saturday. The controversial comedy created by Norman Lear, who just recently passed away here, I believe, was the first program to portray on TV the sexism and racism within American families. It's in every family around the world. Let's see. I watched Mike Tyson cut the opponent's ear in live television with my parents. No, he bit the guy's ear. He didn't cut it. He bit into that ear. I remember that one. Lots left. Never watched boxing in our house. Yeah, see, that only takes that type of incident. I heard about that incident. I heard that somebody say, yeah, he bit his ear. I go, really? There was another fighter that the middleweights they did that too. Laura says, I watched that too. Is that against Foreman? Yeah, it could be, yeah. Michael Tyson and Foreman, yeah. Let's see, what else do we got here? Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and take a break at this point, folks. It's my point to, he cut something, the top of the ear comes up. Yeah, exactly. It was his teeth. Let's see. Let me put this up here. I'm going to be right back, folks. I'm going to fresh up my coffee here. Be right back. back. I would just let that run out. And we are back. We are back. We are back. We got the refresh on the coffee here. People going and people getting ready to go, and I'm still here as far as that goes. And Tina says, okay. Tina, if you got it, let's see, has Al come on yet? Oh, Michael Bathurst is on. What the frick? Oh, let's see what Michael has. Let's check in on Michael here. Oh, he's doing the morning music. Is that the morning music? He's back to his old games, folks. Our good friend Michael Bathurst. Well, we'll just. I got the volume. I better have the. I think. I got the volume down. Yeah, he's doing the music. I don't do music on the. I'm not going to put the volume up, but that's Michael's broadcast right there. We're lurking on Michael. He always does that. It's really. I don't think. Well, I don't take it as bad manners, Helen. It just, you're at liberty to, you try not to, as far as that goes. I've been on his broadcasts and stuff. He used to do the morning. We were on the same time when we were back on Haps, and he overstreamed me yesterday. Did he stream yesterday? Oh, yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He had a couple broadcasts there. I've seen the alerts. There's enough room for everybody and stuff like that. You pop in and stuff like that. It just, but he's back to doing the music. The one thing I say, and you're right, I did see, it was just before dinner, I was looking in on one of his broadcasts. He's doing this portrait. He's trying to relive the Haps. You can't go back, Michael. That's what I tell him. That's something I'm noticing now and stuff like that. Love and light. Yeah, there we go. But I try not to broadcast over, I know what you're saying there, Helen. We've known each other and stuff like that. If anything, if I'm broadcasting and, I pop in or something like that, that's Michael. It's like, I'm not losing any sleep over it. So, yeah, keep quiet. Don't. It's, they used to have this saying, what the hell is it, Japan or the Philippines? No sweaty da. Don't sweat the small stuff, and that's what it is. It's just it's just like I'm just glad to see Michael broadcasting again. I think he's a little bit more subtler. I know you'll disagree with me, Helen, but that's okay. That's no problem. It just is he the same? We're all the same in a manner of speaking, but there's some as far as being associated with him over there on Belt Kings. But I don't do the music bit on the Twitch. He doesn't save his Twitch. That's one thing I've noticed. He does. He puts it on Twitch to get to say I'm a multi-broadcaster, but he doesn't do anything on Twitch. And I think that's he's missing the point of the power of Twitch. He broadcasts mostly on the. He's doing this format right here, the portrait right here on the TV. To fit the TikTok, so he's going with the going crowd. I don't follow the crowd. I go outside. I make my own path, so to speak, and stuff like that. So, but he's up there talking now, but he has music. But I don't like doing the music bit, so we'll put this back on me. Oh, Helen, I got you up here. Let's put Helen up here. I can do now. See Helen. Let's see. There's Helen right there. This is Helen's mixtapes. I got you up on the thing. That's Helen starting off the broadcast. I love that. You're getting into it. You look like you have a real studio there with the background and stuff like that. But you look like a real DJ. I don't want to put the sound up because, like I said, I don't like doing the music on Twitch. I'll do it on... If I do the music, I do music on... I use Restream and Twitter, X Live, Twitter Live. That was a radio studio at T-Day. Oh, that's an actual radio studio. Oh, now, okay, yeah, that isn't your. Oh, okay, okay. I like that graphic. That's a cool graphic there, Helen. Helen Wallace, and there she is. Hello. I like the way you say that. But that's how she for the people watching on the replay, Helen. Uh, Man, you're giving me some good content, Helen. Here, thank you. Helen Wallace. She does. This is her doing a radio. She preps for a radio show on Thursday. You can find her over there on @Radio Leggy, and it's interesting because she's actually showing you the process. Now, why? That must be the TV. The camera. It's got to be the TV. What's wrong with my TV? It's a little. It might be it might be the app. As far as the app has been acting up a little bit. It's a third-party Twitch app, but Helen uses Audacity, and I love what you do with Audacity, Helen. You got the whole thing there. You put your. I usually go for my Mixcloud. I'll do a one shot, and then I'll go back in between songs and make sure they connect properly and stuff like that. Tony says, she says, hello. Yeah, exactly. Helen, you must be on when I'm in bed. No, she's on our time. What time do you broadcast mixtapes? Is it 9 o'clock? It's like 4 o'clock here, though, Tina. So you can listen to her. She's over there on Mixcloud, okay? And but she puts her thing, and I like that format, and I like your setup of your windows too, Helen, on your broadcast. So, but that's the power. That's the power of Twitch. Here I am. I'm just a talking head here, and Helen's actually doing an actual radio show that's going to be on an actual radio show. So that's the things that we're capable of sharing on this format as far as live streaming. So and even more so. So there's Helen. And let's see. Let me put myself back up here. So I love this new capability with this third-party app to be able to check out the web, because I'll sit here with my bowl of cereal and I'll be watching replays. But Michael Bathurst doesn't have the replay. Hey, Jack, how you doing? How we doing, buddy? Huh? You doing okay, buddy? Huh? You give me kisses? You give me kitty kisses? Okay, good boy. Good boy. Okay, Helen says to Tina, I don't have a schedule. I just go, it's every Thursday afternoon. That's what I've been seeing. So it's sort of a loose schedule, you could say. But when I can, it's usually on Thursday morning, early afternoon when I'm recording. So yesterday I was recording at 1 p.m. my time, and then it went out on the air at 8. Yeah, it goes out on the air, so you figure 5 hours. It's about 3 o'clock here. And it's how long of a broadcast? It's like 2 hours, isn't it, Helen? Because you got quite the extensive list of songs as far as that goes. So, but you can watch Helen tonight on Jukebox Judy, where she has Jeeves. Jeeves comes in, 3 o'clock Eastern time, 2 hours. And she's on for 2 hours. So it's from 3 o'clock to 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock Eastern time here. That's when she's on Thursdays. And Tina, I go to bed at 8 after dialysis on pop. Oh yeah. But you can listen to her before that and stuff like that. I usually listen when I do pop in. It's at about 4 o'clock and listen to a little bit just before dinner. If I'm not watching replays on a Thursday, I'll listen to Helen on the what's that app I use? I use the app. It's still on my LG, Radio Garden. Oh. Let's back up here. I had my phone fall over. I got a wonky stand here that doesn't hold up the phone. Oh, let me get this reset. There we go. Let's see. Am I still on there for you? Yeah, I'm still on there for Twitch. Okay. Radio Garden. Yeah, Radio Garden's a great app. This thing doesn't want to. Just stick it back here. Yeah, hang on. Let's get this reset here. It's gonna bug the hell out of me. There we go. Just leave it there. I lean it up and I put the two phones together there. That gives me the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it's a good broadcast. I encourage people to listen to it because you got a good. I mean, your list of songs are fabulous and stuff like that. And Tina says, yeah, let's see, is Hal on? Yeah, Hal's on. So we'll see you later, Tina. I see Hal's on along with Michael Bathurst as far as that goes. So we'll see you. Have a great day, Tina. Thank you for stopping in. And as far as our Jersey girl, because today Hal Massa, he does the screaming thing. I guess at the end of the show they scream. As far as that goes, I've been in there once or twice, and I make sure there's nobody in the house because if I scream in the house, they can hear me next door. They'll be calling the police and say, "Hey, there's something going on over at the Roberts house and stuff." And it's like, all right, folks. Let's see. Continue on with our history. Let's see. The Motown Records, originally called Tamala Records, was January 12th, 1959. Barry Gordy Jr. founded it in Detroit, the city of Detroit, Motown. It was nice to have Jeeves and Glick in yesterday, keeping me company. Oh, was he? Okay, I didn't get. Okay, I me company while I was recording. Yeah. That's and that's the takeaway. You know, we don't need haps. It's, you know, you're broadcasting, and if you have the capability to bring in people in, which we do with Restream, I can do it here with the guest stars on Twitch. It's nothing new, you know. We're beyond. We move forward. We're a lot better now without haps and stuff like that because we're still associated with some great people and stuff like that. That's the big take and stuff like that. People say, oh, you know, the distraught that Haps is leaving. No, there's something better over the horizon and stuff. There always is, as far as that goes. That's what makes life so interesting. Let's see, what do we have here? It was back in 1915, the United States House of Representatives rejected 204 to 174 a proposed constitutional amendment to give women nationwide rights to vote. I thought, when did that happen? When was the women's right to vote? When did that happen? Because the women's movement here in the United States got started in upstate New York by Susan B. Anthony. I know that. New York State was a pivotal women's right to vote. Women's to vote. When was that? Adverts. Yeah, we got advertised. Oh, battery low. Oh, I forgot to plug this in. What the hell happened there? Get with the program, Rich. I'm losing my battery. Okay, we got power. Okay. So what the hell is this one? This is Oh, that was 1915, but it was It was after that. In June 4th, 1919, and ratified on August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment granted women's right to vote. Yeah, I figure, okay, it was 2 years later, so that must have been a big stink back in the day. Back in 1915, Congress denying, so it was 4 years later. So, okay, I'm back. Okay, thank you. So there's a little bit of history. Let's see. 1945, during World War II, Soviet forces began a major successful offensive against the Germans in Eastern Europe. Aircraft from the U.S. Task Force 38 sank about 40 Japanese ships in East Indochina back then on that day. And good morning, first-time chatter, Clarky. Hey, champ. Hi. How you doing, Clarky? Thank you for being here. Where are you from, Clarky? What part of the world on this blue marble here? I'm here in the United States, New York, upstate New York. Let's see. In 1969, the New York Jets of the American Football League upset the Baltimore Colts of the National Football League 16-7 in Super Bowl III, played at the Orange Bowl in Miami, and that is where who was the quarterback? I can't think of the quarterback. Who was the quarterback? Who was the Jets? 1969. Joe Namath, for God's sake. How come I... He's laughing. That's what I'm talking about all week. It's been like that. One or two things, Tony. It's mostly in the morning. So it's once I've had my 3 or 4 cups of coffee, I'm good. Thank you. Yes, they did. Jets. Jets. Joe Namath. Thank you, Tony. Just as he beat me doing the fact checking bit here. Thank you, Tony. I couldn't think of that for the life of me. Yeah, that was a big win for the Jets. Beating a big time Baltimore. That's the old Baltimore Colts too. Let's see. Again, 1971, the groundbreaking situation comedy All in the Family premiered. That was a great show. That was a good show. That was set the pattern for other shows to follow. All the other stuff is just not really news. And let's see. And we're talking about football. There's football this weekend. I know you don't want to hear it, Helen, but I got to talk about it anyway. It's part of my subject matter here. The NFL is it's known as NFL Wild Card, and I've already made my picks. I've said it on the Wednesday show. I said it yesterday, but my picks on the games is I'm picking the Browns over the Titans, or over the Texans. Titans are already out of it. Browns over the Texans. I'm picking the Chiefs over the Dolphins. The one thing about that game, nobody's really going to be watching it because it's on Peacock. I hope Peacock takes a dive viewership-wise. I hope the Kansas City Chiefs will win that game. And Helen, no talk about it. Hopefully it'll put me to sleep. Okay. The football talk puts Helen to sleep. Okay. But I'm really ticked off at Peacock. It's just, I think that's disingenuous as far as a viewer. I watch quite a bit, not as much as when I was a kid, but I do watch a good cross section of television, and more on sports than anything. And that that's money grabbing. You're going to get commercials on top of, because I would imagine there's commercials in there too. So you're just piling on the money and stuff like that. Peacock is probably, with them doing that, in my opinion, I've taken the app off the Roku, off the Google TV. I don't watch it. I'll watch Pluto. Pluto is better than Peacock. I'll say that. Let's see. The next game, I'm going to take the Bills over the Steelers. That's got a big one. Steelers, they have a potential of messing things up. It depends on how they play. They play a good defense. There's some hard hitters, but there's some hard hitters on the Buffalo Bills. So the Buffalo Bills, I'm picking them to win. I'm picking the Cowboys. They're at home. I'm sure they're going to be able to handle the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are not as seasoned as the Cowboys. The Cowboys, I think, they play a lot stronger at home than they do away. So I think they're gonna be pumped for this game. The Rams going into Detroit to play the Lions. Well, the Lions, they're on fire after that call that the Dallas Cowboys ended up getting the win. It's past history. A win is a win. So Dallas won the win. But the Lions, it gives them motivation where they're going to win against the Rams. And this is the question mark. The Eagles and Buccaneers. What team is going to show up for the Eagles? I'm picking the Eagles. I like the Eagles. Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Okay, first playoff. Well, they've been in the playoffs the last 3 years, I guess they said. But I don't think the Buccaneers, if they win, this will be the one game. There's no way they're going to go any further than that. But the Eagles, if they get their act together, they were going on strong in the beginning. Of course, San Francisco's sitting out, which is probably a good thing, which might be a bad thing because they did that once before and they just came back and they just flopped like a fish eventually in the Super Bowl. So those are my picks. I'm picking Browns, Chiefs, Bills, Cowboys, Lions, and Eagles. So sounds like a zoo, doesn't it? I did say last night I was up late last night, and I ended up watching some basketball. I ended up watching. Started with the Celtics and Bucks. The Bucks were just beating up on the Celtics. They're out there in Milwaukee. And then what's the other game? I turned it to the Knicks and Mavericks. Knicks they lost that game. Well, they almost came back. 120. Mavericks got 128 to 124. They were down by more than that. But I ended up falling asleep on the couch there last night watching the beginning of the Suns Lakers, and the Suns beat the Lakers. Lakers, I don't know. Is this the end of the era of LeBron James being a major factor on the court? He gets his points and stuff like that, but the rest of the team's not up to par. So what's the point? Are the Lakers that great as they seem that, it seemed like once LeBron James was going to go to that team, they're going to win all these championships. I think they've only won. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tony. They've only won one championship with LeBron. Let me look up LeBron James. How many championships? I know he's got the one with Cleveland and Miami. LeBron. Let's see. LeBron James. How many championships? How many NBA championships? Let's see. LeBron has competed in 10 NBA finals with 8 consecutive appearances from 2011 to 2018. He's won 4 championships. But yeah, with the Lakers, only one. Yeah, he's also won inaugural NBA Cup, whatever that is, in 2003. I don't know. In the bubble, yeah. Okay. Let's see, with the Lakers. That's the NBA Cup. That's something I don't understand. That was and 2 Olympic gold medals of the U.S. men's team, and so he's won 1 with the Lakers. How many NBA championships does LeBron James? Let's see. 4 and okay, he's got a total of 4 rings. He has 4 rings with the last coming back in 2019, 2020 with the Los Angeles Lakers, and how many finals did Michael Jordan go to? Oh, that's interesting. He went to 6. So LeBron, he's got all. He's the great. He's like the Tom Brady of basketball. I'll give him that. He's very. I don't really care for him personally, but his athletic ability is outstanding as far as that goes. He's a great basketball player. You can't take that away from him at all as far as that goes. And so the Lakers lost last night. According to the Celtics, they lost to the Bucks. Bucks 135 to 102. Let's see what they overstand. Celtics are still in first place. They're 3 games ahead of the Bucks, 5 games ahead of the Sixers. The Knicks come in at number 6. They're 7 out of first. Oh, the Nets dropped down to 10. They're 13 out. They're in the top 10 though. They're still in the top 10. That's in the Eastern Conference. The Western Conference, you got the Timberwolves. Oh, that's why the Knicks lost. Timberwolves are number 1. Or they're tied with the Thunder. Okay, they're tied with the Thunder. And then the Nuggets, they're 1 game out. Clippers, Kings, Pelicans, Mavericks. Suns are number 8. Lakers are barely number 10. And they're playing sub 500 power ball. But they're in the top 10. So that tells you. let's see, the Eastern. What's the next plane? Let's see, where the comparison. Okay. Oh, it's after the eighth place. They go under 500 there. The Bulls and Nets. They're number 9 and 10 on the Eastern. So um, that's not really good play. The first 10 are you have subpar, sub 500. That's my gauge, I guess I look at. So I'm going to be trying to watch a little bit more basketball as far as trying to get prepped for it, because there's going to, once NFL's done, it's not until March 30th is when we have the new United Football League, where they combine the USFL and the XFL to the United Football League. That's March 30th. Of course, we got March Madness coming up too, so that'll be interesting to watch. But that doesn't start until like the second week of March, I think. Let's see, when does March Madness start? Let's ask Google about that. Let's see, when does March Madness start? Yeah, Sunday, March 17th. So March is half over. It's March Madness, and it goes into April. So they've actually, yeah, it's Tuesday, March 19th. Actually, Tuesday, March 19th. March 17th. Oh, selections are Sunday, March 17th, but it starts that Tuesday. From March 19th, 2024 to April 8th, 2024. So let's see. Where is the men's Final Four? Yeah, where's that at? That's going to be out in Glendale, Arizona this year. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. My nephews will probably end up seeing. They're both out there in Arizona with their mother, my sister. They're out there in the Phoenix area. So that's our take on the NBA. Let's see, what do we have on... I didn't preempt any of the news here. Let's see, what do we got on WNBF? Do I got anything to present? New Yorkers say farewell to nostalgic fruit stripe gum. Oh, do you remember the fruit stripe gum guy? Oh my God, let's check this one out. This is interesting. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Let's see. How am I going to do this? Oh, it's present. Yeah, there we go. And let's bring this up here. Push it. Do you remember fruit stripe gum? Oh, this is going back. Fruit stripe gum. Oh my God. This is going back big time as far as that goes. New Yorkers say farewell to nostalgic fruit stripe gum. Let me get situated here. I'm getting the format down. What's going on? Did we lose? No, we're still good. Okay, there we are. $128. That's my picture shot. But let's see. Let's check this out. You probably have memories of chewing on fruit strip gum and laughing at the wacky zebra mascot. You would lick the wrappers of the sugar, yep, and stick it in your... Oh, the fake tattoos. I remember that. Okay. Unfortunately, sad news because a piece of your childhood is going away. According to the manufacturers of Fiera candy, fruit stripe gum is being discontinued. Where can you buy that? I've never seen that in the stores. What store carries that? let's see. Ferrari Candy confirmed the sad news, saying that they had to make a different decision to stop making Fruit Stripe gum. If you're a die-hard fan, you might be able to still find the gum in some stores, but once the supply is gone, it's gone. I remember that gum.
It's a yummy, fruity one. Stick a stripe of fun. Pick a fly and flip-flop. Throw a woo, a pick-pop. Yikes! Stripes! Fruit stripe gum. A really wilder. A ton of fun, a miler. A flavor overloader. Wow, exploder. Yikes! Stripes! Fruit stripe gum. Men from outer space. Plunk a pop in your face. Fruity flavors in the pack. Juicy gobble. Snack. Yikes! Stripes!
Fruit stripe gum and bubble gum.
Yikes!
Oh, fans of Fruit Stripe have noticed that it's been harder to find in store shelves. I can't remember the last. I remember seeing this growing up. It was a good gum in store shelves. Some consumers even let their feelings know on Reddit and subreddit, with one person confessing their attempt to find a local store hasn't panned out. So Fruit Stripe gum being discontinued. There we go. That's interesting. Oh, let's see. What else do we got here? And New Yorkers spend billions on year reports. Yeah, that's the potholes and stuff. Century-old chapel at Johnson City Cemetery torn down. Oh, I don't like seeing that. Let's see, it's over on Fox 40. What do we got on Fox 40? We can do 100 years ago. It would be the 10th. Yeah, the 10th. That was Wednesday. See, these come out, I think Wednesday. I played the one from Monday. So this will be the one from Wednesday. We'll go ahead and play this one. Let me set this one up here. Present 100 years ago from this past January. Let's see. Oh, I gotta push it. I gotta push it. I gotta push it to the broadcast. Okay, we're getting used to this. This is... Move that over just a tad here. We can move this, slide this over this way. Okay. I think that'll work, right? See. Okay.
And welcome back. Tonight we continue our segment on sharing some of Broome County's past. Delivering that news for us now is Broome County historian Roger Luther, brought to you by Ziflaw.
100 years ago today, the memorial statue of Daniel S. Dickinson, Broome County's noted Civil War statesman, is now being cast at a foundry in New York City. Broome County officials are now deciding on a permanent site for the statue, which will be mounted on a pedestal and probably placed a few feet in front of the steps of the courthouse. It's planned to unveil the statue on Memorial Day. The big hall at the State Armory on Washington Street was packed to capacity last night for the big Barnum and Bailey Ringling Brothers Circus, put on by the Binghamton, Johnson City, and Endicott American Legion. And finally, the annual Anti-Saloon League Sunday is scheduled for next week. January 16th is the 4th anniversary of the enactment of the nationwide prohibition, and all the Methodist Episcopal churches throughout the vicinity will have prominent anti-saloon speakers here to mark the occasion. That was the news 100 years ago.
Okay, 100 years ago. Barnum and Bailey Circus. I went to Barnum and Bailey Circus up in Boston, the old Boston Garden. And they don't do circuses any circuses because, let's face it, they weren't great for the animals as far as that goes. Even though Barnum and Bailey in later years took pretty good care of the animals, but just like okay. It was an opportunity for people to see the animals and stuff like that, but it wasn't really good. You could say that about zoos, but I think zoos they're a little bit different, I guess, and stuff. But let's see, what else do we have? We have Griffin Park renovated. Oh, okay, that's good. Just some other crap here. Two-facing drug and weapons charge. Okay, we don't talk about that. So you're going down the list. Power outage. Yeah, we had a power outage a couple days ago here. About 1,000 people did not have any power as far as that goes. Oh, let me see. Let me check the WBNG. Let's see what time we got. Oh, it's only 7:30. How long have we been on? Oh, an hour and 35. We'll take it to an hour and 45 maybe here. Ooh, is this a fire that just happened here? Oh, this is last night here. Okay, let's see. Bring this up. Get that. I guess they had another fire in Vestal. Oh, okay. I can check that out. I'm always interested in. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Oh, it still brings it up. Okay. So you go to present. I hear the school bus out back, out front. So this is from WBNG. There's a fire. Crews responded to a late night fire in Vestal, New York. Around 11:50 p.m. on Thursday night, which was last night, crews responded to a house fire. As far as that goes, and in the 500 block on Front Street in Vestal. At the scene, Channel 12 News saw roughly a dozen total fire trucks from Vestal, Endwell, and West Corners. West Corners, I know quite a few people. I know a couple good individuals from West Corners. Vestal Police and NISEC were present. Crews, the TV crews saw heavy smoke from upper levels, and crews assisted assessing the damage using a ladder. This is a developing story. So they don't say there's any deaths or anything like that. So they had a bad fire here a couple days ago down in Athens Township, just across the border, where there was one fatality as far as that goes. So that's not a good thing. Let's see. And there's not really. Let's see. I can go to the. Let's see. What's the? Yeah. Let's go to. Oh, let's see. Can we go back? Will that show? Let's see. I don't know if that'll show. Will that show? Yeah, it does show. Okay, so we can go back and let's check out the weather. This is in Johnson City. That's where Channel 12 News is stationed at. They got 29 degrees there. Right now we have 35 degrees as far as that goes. But this is in Johnson City, New York. It's right up the road from me, about maybe a 30-minute drive or so. And looks like it's mostly cloudy. And this is the current weather right now in New York. Got a big storm down there. Let's see what's going on over in Scotland. No, nothing in Scotland. You can see it's a clear sky. We'll go back to the United States. Go down. Georgia looks like they have a good day. There's the United States right there, as far as that goes. And but we got a pending storm coming in. Laura, always house fires here. When it's Christmas, they light up candles and they forget all about it. Yeah, that's a number. That's one of the main causes of fires there, I guess, overseas. They still that's part of that Scandinavian tradition, Laura. That's yeah, I know that Norway, Sweden, they use the candles and stuff like that. We got away from that as far as here in the United States. And as far as that goes, let's see. Let's check Norway. What's the weather in Norway? Let's check. Oh, there's Norway. Norway. You got Iceland over there. Norway, Sweden, and Finland. So you got some activity out here. But central. I think. Are you central, Laura? Are you in the central part of Norway? As far as that goes. There's Greenland over there. But looks like there's some snow over in Finland. I'm the west of Norway. Oh, you're in the west of Norway. But yeah, well, Norway's a big long. What portion? The southern, central, or northern? You're on the western part. I think I remember you saying. Was it down in the southern portion down here, down around the Swedish border? I'm in the west of Norway, That's a long border that you have right there too. Those are our Scandinavian. Now, I guess I wanted to ask: is Denmark part of the Scandinavian countries? Or Scandinavian primarily, I think I always take it Scandinavia means primarily Norway, Sweden, and Finland. I don't know if Denmark, they're more Europeanish. You know, they're connected down here just north of Germany and stuff. So there we have that. Oh, let's see. Almost all the way down and to the left. Oh, okay. So you're over here. You're over towards the UK side. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because I remember you saying to Helen there, you right across the way. Okay. The western part, right over in here, all the way. Let's see. Almost all the way down. So you're right down here then. You're down in this area. You got the North Sea. You're down in the northwestern, so you're right along here on the North Sea side. You're right across from Scotland. Okay, that's cool. We've got a little geography going on here at the end of the broadcast. But that's interesting. That's interesting as far as just to show a little bit. But that's the worldwide weather thing. We got some weather over here in Japan. There's weather up here in Scandinavia, even over in Iceland. I would like to visit Iceland. Iceland seems like it would be a nice place to be cold. You wouldn't want to go to Iceland, would you? Yeah. No. The missus would not. She would not go to Iceland. She doesn't do the cold. Denmark is part of Scandinavia. Finland. Oh, really? Finland's not. Really? Okay. You consider Denmark and Sweden, but Finland is not. Wow. That's interesting. Wow. That's interesting. But Finland is still part of Europe, right? You know, those countries like Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, all these states. What are those? Are they called the Baltic states, maybe? Yes, Finland is part of Europe. Okay. Okay, so we're going down here as far as that goes. And then there's the country of Ukraine that's battling frickin' Russia. So northern Italy, that's where I was at. I was right here in Italy. We go down. There's Venice and Aviano. Where's Aviano? Sicilia. Oh, there's Pordenone. Pordenone. Okay, so to give you an idea, there's Venice and here's Pordenone. So Aviano was right there. There's Venice. So Aviano was right there. So that tells you where it was in Italy. That's where I was stationed at in Aviano Air Base in Italy. It was right here. And when I was there the first time, this used to all be Yugoslavia. I drove down the coast of Yugoslavia all the way to there's Split. That's a nice place to be. Where's Dubrovnik? There it is. Dubrovnik is right there. That is a very picturesque Dubrovnik. I took the ferry from Dubrovnik to Bari, drove up the coast. I went past Rome. I should have went to Rome, and I went back up to Italy. I loved Italy. And then in Sicily, when I was stationed in Sicily, let's see, there's Gela, okay? When we first, this is the beach where Patton landed, but we stayed there when I was this is back in 82, the summer of 82, I was right in this area right here. Let's see if we can find Comiso. This map is too small. I don't like this map. But we stayed in Gela for about 2 weeks, and then we got moved out to the base was somewhere right out here. Because where's Ragusa? It was up here somewhere. It was a ground launch cruise missile base that they were building right there. I was there for about 3 months. But we got some down in Mali. Let's go back to the States. We're back in the United States. This is how I do my traveling now, is on the internet. Let's see. Laura says the Scandinavian countries are Norway, Sweden, Denmark. Many are surprised Finland. Yeah, I think you know, now that I think of it, Laura, I think you told me that before. You've told me that before, and I just didn't remember. So thank you for the geography, as far as that goes. That's very good, and I appreciate that. So all right, we're in 47 minutes, so we're just under 2 hours. I'm not going to stretch it out. I got to get going. Get my walk in. Oh, you're not walking then, right?
No, I'm going to take off here in a couple minutes.
Okay, you got your meeting and stuff. How long is that?
We have a breakfast meeting with Angie, and then Kim and I are going to the
office.
Ooh,
a breakfast meeting. Ooh.
I am in.
Can I come? Oh yeah, she's important.
No.
It's part of the volunteer work that the missus does here for the community and stuff. She likes doing. Sometimes do you like doing that? Yeah. I think or else she wouldn't be doing it. Yeah. It's you got to be involved in things. I've yet to reach that.
Otherwise, I'd be an antisocial hermit.
Yeah, I've yet to reach that point where I want to volunteer. I'm enjoying my time just being here at the house. So,
I don't do social media.
Huh?
I don't do social media.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, you do to a certain. You do the
Oh, I do
Facebook.
but I don't
You're on the
talk.
Yeah, you're on the face. She doesn't do the live stream. This keeps me busy and stuff. But she does some volunteer work here in the community and stuff like that. And it's part of being involved in your community and stuff. I was pretty involved when I was a member of the volunteer fire company and stuff. I was in the local government here. The first 2 years we lived here, I was an actual trustee, and they wanted me to become a judge. I said, no, I don't got the time for that. You get older, you start suddenly realize that time is important. They wanted me to do a local rural judge as far as that goes and stuff, because there's not that many people in the area where I'm at. Broome County is Tioga County is a rural area, and but there's a lot of community work that can be done, and there's a lot of good people that are doing it and stuff like that, and I appreciate that and stuff like that. I think eventually I'll find something. I'm not going back in the fire department. They say, oh yeah, you can come back. You can just sit on the road and be part of fire police, and it's like, no, I don't want to get on that highway. You're a target. I've been, knock on wood, I was able to I had some close calls when I was in the service as a firefighter.
Bye.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Ciao, Bella.
You want a kiss on camera? Okay.
That's true. I'm 52 in March, still young. They say, but oh, Tina, you're back. Is Hal? What happened to Hal? Many connection problems on Hal. Oh, really? Well, I think it's not. You are less aggravating. Oh, I'm less aggravating. I know the technology upsets Hal, and I think it's mostly his hardware, as far as that goes. I think he's I like Hal, don't get me wrong, but I think he's too critical of Twitch sometimes, of social media. It's too easy to point the finger at social media when you should look at your hardware. I think he needs a new... Yes, exactly, my point. It's too easy to blame, like my woes, and you've known me long enough, Tina, to know that my woes that I've had over the years, even back in HAPS, was because of my equipment. I always bought off the shelf PC box. I always got the second, the low end phone and stuff like that. Now I have a great PC box that I'm able to have some better quality and some strength to and everyone say, "Oh, it's your internet." No, sometimes it can be the internet because I'm in a rural area. But Hal, he lives in an urban area. I would take it because he's near a major radio station. So it's just how you set up your equipment, and if you don't have your equipment set up, and again, I think it's his phone. The updates on the phones. That's why I ended up getting a new Samsung. This is updated to the current Android whatever level operating system. My old LG still works, and it's a great piece of hardware to use for Wi-Fi only now. But and eventually, because I have an old LG Stylo 2 or 3 Android track phone, and that's starting to get really old. There's some things I can't use on it and stuff like that. So glad to have you back, Tina. I'm just finishing up here though. We're at an hour and 52 minutes. You have an Android Samsung? Yeah, I like the Android. I actually, this is the phone I was talking to the camera's great on this. Like I said, the only thing I have, I don't want to do that. No, let's get back here. Like these are the apps that I have on it as far as that goes. I have X/Twitter, Blue Skies, Threads. I have Instagram. I got the Twitch app. I got Rumble. I've got the Spotify for podcasters, Facebook, and I got the new updated ABC app. And I guess so. That's the only apps that I really have on. I should put the Fountain app, but that's on my other phone. But when that's all I need for So this is primarily being used as a phone, but what I do is when I broadcast, I monitor this, okay, and then I got the on the other phone that I'm using. It's hooked to Wi-Fi only. I got the comments, but I have the Surface 3 here with my picture and comments, and I have this here, and what the hell? What happened there? Oh, I know what happened. What the hell happened? Oh, okay. It's on the big screen. I see the phone going on the big screen. I said, what the hell is that? I didn't even recognize it. And that's good, Rich. Yeah, thank you, Hal. Or thank you, Tina. Yeah. It just, but Hal, he would have a great, he has a great following, though. I mean, his following is like freaking 5 times more than me and stuff. But I think he should have worked out being here on Twitch. I think that bouncing around, I don't really, it's not my cup of tea. I'll just leave it at that. I know Tony, he likes to multicast. There's other people that like to multicast. People want to watch me, they can come here. If they want to watch the replay is over on Rumble and YouTube and stuff. That's that's what we keep telling him, to go back to Twitch. He should listen to his viewers. I think Twitch, if he works out his Twitch and you're consistent, you got to be consistent as far as that goes. I mean, when I start in the morning, I do the same thing. It's a routine. I try and improve on that routine, but I don't deviate to automatically just, okay, I'm moving, it's like moving to a house every day, every other day, as far as that goes. And there's issues that come up and stuff like that. I still have not issues, they're problems. See how I did that? It's not issues, it's problems that pop up. It's not issues, it's problems. Challenges, as far as to try to overcome, as far as that goes. So, but let me see. Let's see if he's on. I'm going to probably take this to 2 hours now at this point. You made me go to 2 hours, Tina. That's okay. I just kid. I just get a chance to razz you at the end here. Let's see. Let's check out. Let's see if he's still on. Where's Hal? Oh, there's Hal. I got him on the bottom here. Let's see. Let's check out Hal's broadcast. Oh, God. Look at him. He's all pixelated. Holy crap. Jim figured he's not on. Oh, we got to give Hal a commercial. See, I got to give Hal a commercial, so I throw a few pennies his way. You like this, Tina? We're gonna lurk on. We're gonna go check out Hal. Let's see. He's still on because there's a commercial here. Now, if Hal's just talking, I'll bring it up. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we'll take this to 2 hours now. We're watching those damn commercials. Where's Hal? These damn commercials. I get mad at him. Oh, do you? Yeah, I just give him. Yeah, it's Hal. How long have you been watching him, Tina? How long have you been watching him? Because I think you've been watching me for well over a year now. I think. Oh my God, is this Hal? Let's see. I'm gonna bring up the volume. Oh, there he is. Oh my God. Oh, about 5 years. Oh, you know what that is? He needs to lower down his baud rate on the phone. And plus he's using Prism. Oh my God, he is bad. Holy crap. It's retaken here. Let's see. So you've been watching for about 5 years, okay? So I think you've been watching me for about a year. I think everybody in the well, Laura, I think you just started watching me this last year, as far as that goes. Let's see. How come he's not? Let's see the retakes. This third-party app that I have on the Roku. Oh, we're gonna watch another commercial. We're watching another commercial. This third-party app can be a little wonky at times, so because it's going on the Wi-Fi, and I got a lot of things on the Wi-Fi right now. What do we got there? Okay. I don't know. Let's try this. Let's regroup. Yeah, he's bad. I've never seen this bad. See, he doesn't monitor his broadcast. Laura says, I followed you the 5th of August. Okay. Is that when you started? Okay. And I appreciate it, Laura. You give me a different... that's what's interesting as far as the people following over years. I get to learn about Norway. I get to learn about Scotland. Thamer, who was in here. He may not be in here now, but that's fine. Thamer coming in from Riyadh. These are places I've never been to. So to be able to have an individual that lives there and can tell me about that particular region, I love. Tina says he blames this on Twitch. I think I've been here. Oh, you've been 2 years now? Okay. Yeah, I think you started following me over in Haps. You started watching me in Haps, but yeah, that's the thing about I've noticed about Hal. It's like when you start blaming the platform you're on, it's like, no, you need to look at your equipment as far as that goes. He's having some problems. I can't even bring him up here. Let's see if I can bring him up on this. Let me see if I can bring him up on the... See, we got another commercial, so maybe it might pop in. Let's see. Let's see how he looks on the laptop. Oh, we got another commercial on the laptop. We're spot checking Hal Massa. Oh, look at him. He is bad. Oh my God. He is pixelating. He is pixelating to the max. We got any volume on him? Yeah, I can't even hear him. I got him on the earbuds here. He is pixelating to the max. Let me see something. I'm gonna... Oh, he's at 720p. Let's drop it down to 480p. Now see, I just dropped him down to 480p and I'm able to view it. Go ahead, Tina. Should I tell him? Yeah, he needs to... He's at 720p, so he probably needs... I'm getting a better picture when I drop mine to 480p. I'm not getting the pixelation. If you were to drop your phone, the little cog in the lower right corner, if you were to bump that down to 480p, I'm going to bump it down even lower. This is a good experiment. So I have 40, let me try him at 360p. See, 360p, I'm able to watch him. I don't know how I change it on there. Let me see something. Let's see. See, I can't change the, but right now he's stable on the laptop. So the viewer, he's got his setting at 720p, but the viewers are watching at 720p. If they lower it, but if Hal Moss, if he lowered his baud rate, so if the
And I, in the middle of that newscast, remembered what it was that I
trying to bring him up here. Thanks. 360p. Yeah, the viewership needs to go to 360p when he's like that, Tina.
What's going on with the North American International Auto Show, which does happen in Detroit every.
We're just checking out Hal Massa here.
Here has been a big celebrated event that always big area at once. I'm sought to help hold quantitative figures.
But he definitely has some issues as far as on his thing there. But he is definitely having some issues with his broadcast. I've refreshed a couple of times here as far as that goes. So let's see. Tina went back over there to tell him, and I've got the setting down to 360p viewing, and actually initially I had it 720. That's what he's broadcasting at. But as a viewer, you can lower your viewer capability down to 360, and that gives you a better view. What if I went to 160p? What happens there? This is what I like to do. I like to fiddle around and stuff like that. So, but his equipment is just is not really good. Oh, we got another commercial. Yeah, Hal drop viewership 360p. It works better. Yeah. So we're at 360. No, we're at 160. Let's go back to 360p. Say he's at least a little bit better viewer as far as that goes. Yeah, it's definitely he's broadcasting at a higher rate that his encoder can't handle and stuff. So that's causing a problem as far as that goes.
The high snow of Washington.
See, he still has some delays going on there. The picture's better, but his picture was crap at 720p as a viewer. So I've lowered it to 360, and it's actually gotten better to where we can actually see him. But my internet, I got other things going on here at the internet and stuff like that. So let's see. Let's go to video producer. Let's see. We're going to back out of this. See if we can get a better thing on the.
365 Dogs calendar, which I'm still hoping contains.
His picture's a lot better now that I've dropped it, but he still has some intermission, so it comes back on his side where he's broadcasting at 720. Tony, you let the sun come up on you. You're loving the longer yeah, I'm over to because we got Tina. I'm gonna wrap this up at an hour and 45 minutes, Tony. But Tina came back. We're checking out Hal Moss's broadcast here. He had some major problems, and I lowered the. There's a little cog down in the lower right, and see he's using Prism, so he's got his Prism set at 720. He needs to lower it because in his encoder, he's better off. That's why we're getting delayed. The picture's a lot better because I lowered mine, but for him to broadcast on a steady, constant stream, he needs to lower his encoder. So that's how we ended up getting past 2 hours now. So I got sidetracked here as far as looking at this. But Hal Moss, he's trying, but he needs a new phone. That's what it comes down to. I turned the thing off. This is the Google Chromecast. So okay, we're done with that then. But I do want to say thank you to the viewers here that came in. Greatly appreciate those. Well, we're up to 6, 7. Holy crap. We got all sorts of people here as far as that goes. Tina's. Thanks again, Rich. Oh, okay. You're back, Tina. Okay, yeah. Tina, just to explain it one more time, I got a better picture, but it was still laggy because I dropped my viewer thing down to 360, but I was still having problems because he's still broadcasting at 720p. So when he broadcasts, he might want to lower that in his Prism down to, say, 360 if he's using his phone. There should be an option in there to bring that down because his phone can't keep up. And I know recently there's been, the last week or so, there's been 2 updates for Twitch app. As far as that goes. Okay, thanks. Okay, Tina. And Tony coming in with the Bazanga. Going to make my rounds before I go back in. Okay, Bazanga, yeah, that's my key. We're going to go ahead and end it now here, folks. I want to say thank you to everyone in the chat, starting off with, let me go back here. Let me get back here to my chat here. Where's my chat? Let's... I want to say thank you to Thamer, who was first coming into the room this morning. Good morning. Thank you, Thamer, coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And thank you for being here. I want to say thank you to Tina. Tina was in and out, in and out. We're trying to troubleshoot some stuff for Hal Massa, who's having problems broadcasting this morning, which I would say, what else is new with Hal there? But he'll work it out. I want to say thank you to Helen, Lady01. Get some sleep, girl, if you're still sitting there listening to this knucklehead talk here. Get some sleep. And you have a great day there. Have a good sleep, a good nap, morning nap. I want to say, Tony came in here somewhere. Where's Tony's comments? Oh, there's Tony. Tony D, thank you for being here also. My brother, veteran, and fellow broadcaster and good friend there. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you, Lore, coming in. We had a first-time chatter. Who was our first-time chatter? Didn't we have a first-time chatter in here? I thought we did. We had a first-time chatter here somewhere, so, but thank you, first-time chatter. Thank you, again, Tina. Thank you, Laura, coming in from Norway. Greatly appreciated. And thanks for the stream, Laura says. Have a great day. Yes, will do, sir. And shout out to you, Tina. And Tony saying hi, see you later to Laura, and Laura being reciprocal back to him. And that's where we at. All right, this is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch. Wishing you all well. You can go ahead, you can find me over there on X/Twitter at Fireman Rich, Truth Social at Fireman Rich, Blue Skies at Fireman Rich, Instagram Threads at Fireman Rich, and over there on the public Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. There, oh, nice graphic, Laura. I like that. It goes with the music. I like that. That's a good one. All right, folks. You all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.